Welcome, everyone, to the L7C podcast, WrestleMania edition. Today, we're going to be reviewing WrestleMania 39. We got the wrestling expert with us, Mr. Jacob Mason. How are you doing today, sir?
I am doing fantastic. I just got home from work. I'm happy I'm wearing my fire retardant shirt right now because I know y'all are about to spit a lot of fire. So I'm pretty excited.
We got the captain, Byron Mitchell. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing a lot better than I was yesterday or Sunday night, for that matter.
Fair enough. We got the head executive producer of the L7C with us, Mr. Justin Ackendale. How are you doing today, sir?
Man, I'm doing great. I cannot complain. There's some shit happening this weekend. I had to come up and, give my 2 cents about it.
Fair enough. And guys, usually I say, we have a special episode for you guys, the usual spiel, but as the great Jade said from AEW, we're just going to cut the shit. We're going to go right to the main thing of this. All right. So WrestleMania 39 happened. No disrespect to anyone, but after the main event happened, no one else on the card fucking matters. So we're going to go straight to the main event, and then we're going to work our way down. All right. Jacob, do you want to start?
Hell no. I want you to start, buddy.
Okay. All right. Roman Reigns, the champion. That was 945 days at that point, with Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa. Was going against the Royal Rumble winner, Cody Rhodes. Everyone knows the story, especially if you've been listening to the L7C podcast. Came back from AEW to WWE, won the Royal Rumble. The whole thing was finished story. This match in total was 34 minutes and 35 seconds. Cody Rhodes' entrance, hearing 70,000 people say the whoa thing was amazing, came down, kissed his wife, kissed his baby, gave his belt to a young man. If you didn't know who that young man was, that was Brody Lee's son. So very touching moment. They made sure they got that, and WWE mentioned that as well. Roman Reigns came out, had the pianist playing, and then they all stood up for the tribal chief. And a lot of back and forth, a lot of action. Bloodline gets involved. You think Cody's going to do it. Solo gets kicked out. You think Cody's going to do it. Usos come out. The newly crowned tag team champs, Sammy and KO, come out, help them, knock those people out. Heyman gets involved. Solo comes back after getting kicked out. Samoa spikes Cody. Roman does the double bounce off the spear. And Roman wins. And let's Byron.
That was a bullshit ending. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. That ending fucking sucked. You could literally feel the energy just sucked out of that whole place after Roman won. Like, we were watching it at your house like we always do, me, you, and Patrick, and we were just stunned for like a minute and a half before either one of us spoke. It was just god-awful ending. The match was good. I enjoyed the match. The entrances were great. It was good seeing Brody Lee's son, -1, in the crowd. Didn't think I would see that. So that was good to see. The match was great. Just the ending was fucking terrible.
Justin, you haven't been on a wrestling pod in a while, so throw it to you. What did you think?
Man, after the first night, I was like, man, night 2 gonna come around. They gotta top this shit. They gotta top it. Night 2 was kind of a dud. How it typically is, man. Like, night 2 was rolling around. And then we get to the main event. And, I did the little DraftKings pool with the Cody Roman Reigns match.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm a Roman guy. I ain't even gonna lie, but I thought Cody was gonna win. Everyone in that arena was ready. I mean, 70,000 ready to pop for this man. And then all the shenanigans happened. And then once all the bullshit cleared out, Cody hit the crossroads on him. Cody hit that crossroads on him. That final one, and I was like, no, he hit 3 in a row, right?
He hit 2. He was about to hit a third, but then the Solo interrupted him.
Oh, yeah. He hit the 2. I was like, fuck. And then once he hit that double spear off the ropes, I was like, yup, it's OV. It's chalked. But it got a lot worse on Monday. I don't know if we're talking about That
we're gonna go into that shit too. But
I wasn't as pissed off as everyone else at the end of it because I'm like, oh, Cody just came back off injury, so he really ain't have time to really build something super crazy. I mean, the build was great, don't get me wrong, but like there could have been more time to marinate it. But after Monday, they totally just fucked that shit up. Go on, Jacob.
All right. So this match, I mean, like, this was the first match in a long time that, like, they came out, they did their entrances, and I was like, this has such a big fight feel. Like, legit feel like I'm about to watch, like, Mike Tyson versus Muhammad Ali. Like, it's just a massive feel. The entrances were, Cody's entrance was great. Roman's entrance was phenomenal up until they got close to the pianist and they showed that they had keyboards on top of their actual pianos. I was like, well, that took away from it. But whatever. The match itself, super good, super hype. Lot of fun. I think we all expected the shenanigans. Not how the shenanigans ended up ending the thing. But I mean, throughout the whole match, I mean, with all the false finishes, I was like, 20 minutes in, I think Roman hit a guillotine or whatnot. And I was like, yeah, he's not ending on that. He hits the spear. He ain't ending on that, And then the end happens, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, this really just happened. Because I was like, I think I even said on the last podcast, I was like, if Cody wins, that's awesome. If Roman wins, we're going to see a 1,000+ day reign. I guess that's kind of cool. But at the same time, like, man, I was all geared out in all my Cody shit. I had the hat on. I had the shirt on. I almost overnighted some Cody Rhodes underwear the following night. I was like, what? The biggest question I had after the match was, why the fuck was there a rubber chicken in the ring?
Someone threw it in there, probably.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get a rubber chicken past security, past all that, and just yeets it perfectly into the ring? I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, we all like stopped, all of us at our house. We're like, what a fucking rubber chicken? It's like, shit, I think that was. It's like, wait, fucking Cody lost. What the hell? Yeah, I mean, I was disappointed, man. I felt for Cody on that one. They sucked the air right out of that entire fucking arena.
Anyone else want to say anything else about the main event before I say stuff?
I think this is the first WrestleMania in a while where I've just felt like deflated. Of like, where do we go from here? Like Jacob said, Roman's probably going to reach 1,000+ days. I'm so sick of Roman being a fucking champion, dude. This was the perfect moment to crown a new babyface champion that they've been searching for since Bryan Danielson, or Daniel Bryan, for you WWE folks. And they just fumbled the whole fucking bag, dude. Just terrible.
All right, since no one's gonna fucking say it, I'm gonna fucking say it. So,
he took his glasses off. Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
that was the worst booking decision in the past 15 years.
Whoa!
Easily. I had to sit and think about it. Anytime I go on social media, I get pissed all over again like it was Sunday night. What the fuck are we doing? You have the perfect scenario. Sun comes back. This tyrant's taking over. We're finally here. Everyone is ready. And you fucking ruin it. I don't care. Now, if he ever wins it again, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. There's no moment that is going to be bigger than the moment they just fucked up. And the reason I'm also bringing it up is from a financial thing, sure, whatever. They broke records. That's always going to happen because the 2-night thing. What the fuck ever. They fumbled potentially a top 5 WrestleMania of all fucking time on some stupid ass ending. And when you see, and the thing that got me more pissed, that bidding war, that's over now. There's no way in fuck MJF would even consider coming to WWE. There's no way in fuck anyone in AEW would come to WWE because WWE is in an interesting position in sports entertainment because obviously the results are predetermined. So they can make their culture shifting move. Him not winning is literally at WrestleMania 30 if Daniel Bryan didn't win. Him not winning is like if Daniel Bryan didn't beat John Cena at SummerSlam, or CM Punk didn't beat Cena in Chicago, or Rob Van Dam didn't beat Cena in One Night Stand, or if Kofi Kingston didn't beat Daniel Bryan, or if Becky Lynch didn't win that main event. You have to pull the trigger. You are at a point now. There's literally no man on that goddamn stupid roster who can beat Roman Reigns. He's beat everyone. What the fuck do you do now? Don't bring up Gabriel Stevenson because you guys brought that up 2 years ago. That's dead.
You know who he's about to bring up.
Stop. That's over. That's over. Dwayne is not coming for this shit.
Holy shit! Did we not cover this last podcast? Like, hey, I might come up with some theories that you might not be thinking of. We went over this last week. I still think there's a couple options here that have not been done yet. Technically, Seth beat Roman technically by DQ. And Seth brought that up. You do have the Seth option. And then in my opinion, you have the fucking Gunther option.
Gunther's not beating Roman Reigns.
Dude, at this point, if anyone can, I'm looking at like there's 2 people. I thought there was 3, not after this weekend. Or 4 possibly, but not after this weekend. I think we're down to 2 people that could possibly beat him. And I think it's either Gunther or Seth Rollins.
So when Gunther randomly loses the title to fucking Chad Gable, you think he's going to go from that to beating Roman Reigns?
Yeah, whoever he drops that fucking title to, or does he hold it and then you have a IC versus main champion match like in what was it, Hogan versus Warrior back in the day?
WrestleMania. Yeah, he's not beating him. Seth, he's not beating him. And at the point now is why should anyone believe that anyone's going to beat Roman? Why?
You don't. I don't. I don't believe anyone's beating Roman.
Because he cheats in every single match.
Exactly. Why would you think he was going to win? There's no moment now. Oh, if Gunther goes to WrestleMania, it ain't going to be the same as this. Nothing will ever be the same as this atmosphere. It won't be the same. If Roman finally loses, you're just going to be like, oh, finally over. Yeah. It's not the same.
I get you there. I get you there.
Go ahead, Justin.
Yeah, Dale there. I definitely agree with you. Like, they ruin the moment. Like, the moment won't be topped. But I still think Cody could still, like, theoretically beat him in a big spot. Here's what I was thinking directly after WrestleMania. They're going to let this nigga Roman get to 1K. They're going to let him get to 1,000 days. And then I thought they were going to do some shit where Cody wins, like, Money in the Bank. They take Great American Bash off of NXT and make it a main show. And then Cody wins their type shit. That's what I was thinking directly after WrestleMania. And then Monday night happened, and that shit went out the window as well. That's what I was thinking. I after the ending on Sunday night, there was still room for Cody to be the man to take out Roman. I don't think that was taken off the table just because he lost at WrestleMania on Sunday.
It's a fact. The whole wrestling world was watching. This was going to be another major shift in wrestling, and they didn't do it. And you have every wrestler in every promotion saying, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, I don't have arguments for that.
Why would you come to that's my biggest thing. Why would you come to WWE? Why would you even entertain the offer?
Yeah,
if it's not from a financial reasoning, especially after the bullshit Monday, because that was the worst Raw after WrestleMania of my adult life.
Oh, I agree. I mean, it already came out earlier that Jay White was probably not coming to WWE. I'm like, well,
not
I
anymore.
wouldn't come. I wouldn't come if I were him. Not with fucking Vincent Kennedy McMahon back in creative.
I just don't know what you do. I also don't understand why Night 2 is always so ass.
Night 1 and Night 2 has to have like different writers or different producers because Night 2 historically has been ass. The last, I think there's like the 3rd year of doing 2-night WrestleManias. Like Night 2 has just been ass all 3 nights, all 3 years.
Yeah, I'm just at a point. I don't know what you fucking do. Like, You had the whole world watching. Literally, everyone was ready. If Cody would have won, Tony Khan would have been in trouble.
That would have been a game changer for the business.
Exactly, Justin. That is my biggest thing. If it was any other, I would have been with you. But the fact this was going to change wrestling forever, and they fucked it up. And you know MJF is about to come run that fucking mouth tomorrow.
Yes, he is.
I don't get it. I really don't. Like, also for the listeners here, because obviously we weren't around back then. A long time ago, I was leaving a parking lot in the gym before WrestleMania 31. I called Justin. I told Justin, Roman Reigns is going to main event 8 to maybe 10 straight WrestleManias. I told him that before WrestleMania 31 happened. He said I was crazy. Look where we're fucking at now. If it wasn't for the once-in-a-lifetime pandemic and him having cancer, I've been right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of those matches sucked.
Yes!
As much as I love Roman Reigns, some of those matches have been fucking horrible.
The main event of WrestleMania 38, well, him and Brock was terrible.
That was awful. That was bad.
I'm talking about the second one.
Oh, him and
him and Brock the second time when Brock won.
Oh, WrestleMania 34. Yeah.
Oh, when he literally obliterated Roman.
He killed him. Killed him. Made no fucking sense. But what do you do, man? Like, I know you brought up the Seth thing. Obviously, Seth is there, but they're not going to let Seth do it, man. It's not the same. It doesn't matter who it is now. It's not the same.
It's not going to be. He won't be losing until after he gets to 1,000 days. So we should just table the discussion until it gets to 1,000 days. Because once they started hamming up that 9:45 shit, I'm like, during the match, I'm thinking like, they really gonna let this nigga not get the fucking 1,000 days? Like they don't love this man.
1,000 days.
1,000.
And then is that before or after Money in the Bank? The 1,000.
It's like it'll be like July.
It'll be July SummerSlam.
Yeah, July or SummerSlam.
Okay.
Yeah, SummerSlam.
So August. Yeah. Yay.
I mean, he's already odds-on favorite to make it out of 2023 still champ.
I mean, why not? There's no one else to stand up to him.
And then going forward, we also have to question, and I know we're going to talk about it, but who's in control of creative?
Oh, you know what? Let's go right into that. No disrespect to the rest. No disrespect to the rest of the card. You guys can wait. This is so.
We gotta talk about them for real.
There's really nothing else. Raw after WrestleMania, as we already said, was terrible. Vince McMahon, obviously, the sale came down. Sorry, Jacob, it was not Disney, as you've been saying for the past 3 years.
Yeah, I might have been wrong on another prediction.
It was Endeavor, which they also already own UFC. So now the deal that's going to value WWE at $9.3 billion and UFC is already at 12.1. So now you're going to have this big ass 22 basically $1 billion entertainment sports.
And let me just interject in, like they sold that shit for $9 billion. That's a couple football teams. I just want to make that known. Like that's a couple of NFL teams. Like the Washington football team ain't going to be worth $9 billion. Shit, I don't even think my Dallas Cowboys are worth that much. So that is insane numbers. Keep going.
No, you're 100% right. That's a really good point to really put it in perspective. So Endeavor is going to own 51 stake of this new combat sports entertainment, while WWE shareholders own the remaining 49. Ari Emanuel is going to act as chief executive of both Endeavor and the new company. McMahon is going to be the executive chairman of this thing. So in theory, Vince McMahon is now Dana White's boss.
I thought he was just executive of WWE.
No, he's the executive of the whole Endeavor, like the executive chairman on the Endeavor board.
Yeah, he's on the Endeavor board, not just the WWE board now.
Okay.
So then, like, Dana White's going to remain president of UFC, and WWE CEO Nick Khan, who we all know how I feel about him, is going to stay as acting president. So, what were your guys' thoughts when it finally went down?
Honestly, I didn't care. I really didn't. I was like, how are we getting the belt off of Roman Reigns? That's the only thing I cared about. I'm gonna be 100% honest. When the news broke, I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, that's whatever." Like, I know it's huge, and I'm not trying to downplay it, but the Roman Reigns issue to me is bigger than the sale right now, at least.
I don't disagree with you, man. When Roman Law, I haven't seen Twitter that hot wrestling wise in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And this is from all different political, every type of person was just, they're like, fuck the sale, especially when you saw Vincent on the screen. Justin, you brought
And
up the
his
stats.
fake ass mustache.
And the mustache. What did you think?
Bastard.
Oh, you know you have to rock that bastard ass mustache after all the shit that he been through the past year and how he's looking right the fuck now. That's what I was thinking about. I'm like, this nigga left the WWE in disgrace. Not by you wouldn't think that by the way he was talking, but by everyone else's account. Left them in disgrace, came back, sold the company, about to cash out $9 billion.
Justin, I am glad you brought this up because you basically just did the timeline. I'm just going to add some more stuff. He had to retire on his own terms because he was getting blowies from the paralegals and asking the board to give those paralegals an extra $100K. He did a coup d'etat so that he could be the sole authority over the sale to make the money, re-employs himself, merges the company so he stays in power. And then that's already became that he was he was trying to be a part of the Raw after WrestleMania and booked one of the worst rated WWE shows in history. And this was all in 9 months.
It's the most Vince McMahon thing I've ever seen in my life. Pushed his kids out. Had his son come out on Sunday night for one last hurrah, and he popped his quad just like his daddy did way back at the Royal Rumble. Like,
hey man, he's got to keep up that McMahon legacy.
He shouldn't even have fucking been there. See, continue on, Justin.
I mean, it's just insane. And then you got Dana White over here. This nigga punched his wife. He punched his wife not very long ago. They took him, like, TBS was like, had Dana White all focused on the slap fight and shit. Took him off of all that shit after that domestic violence shit happened. It's just crazy. But aside from like those two winning in the end, it's just what does it all mean for the company? Who's going to be running creative for WWE? What's it mean for UFC to be that closely aside to associate with pro wrestling? Like, are people going to start thinking that these UFC matches are fixed now? Like,
I mean, I
didn't even think of that.
I think, yeah.
Jacob, anything you want to say?
Yeah. All right. So at first I was relieved because I was like, all right, Endeavor's taking it. We don't have to worry about the Saudis anymore. So that made me happy. I was like, all right. I was like, Endeavor, they run UFC. All right. They can, keep it a little more risque. You could say, I could see something like that. So like, I was happy there. I was relieved there. And then I was starting to getting worried a little bit. Me and my coworker were talking about it. I'm just praying that the fucking Endeavor doesn't go back to the old pay-per-view program. That was the only thing I was like, shit, so that's a great point. Fuck. Because once Peacock gets rid of WWE Network, whoever gets the next contract off that, I'm getting rid of Peacock. If they go back to pay-per-view streams, I'm just going to pirate everything. I'm not paying $90 for a freaking WWE pay-per-view. You're out of your mind if I'm going to do some shit like that.
Why would I pay $90 if I know the end result Roman Reigns is going to win?
Right.
Damn, dude, you are pissed, my man.
I'm furious.
Hot.
It was a culmination of things. One, because the match before, there's no one on this planet that could tell me to my face Ed should have beat Finn Balor. Not a damn soul.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna try to.
Yeah, we'll get into that here.
No, we're not gonna get it because none of these fuckers matter. Because Roman, none of these cards. The ending was so wild. No one else on the card matters.
I hate that. I literally hate that Roman is going to take up this whole podcast because night one was great. There were some great matches on night one. Night two, there are some good matches on night two, but just those last two matches just fucking suck the energy out of the whole arena. Like,
Listen.
Finn Balor, as Demon Finn Balor, shouldn't have lost to Edge, who said, hey, I may be retiring this year in Alberta, Canada, whenever they go back to Canada. There is no way he should have lost. As Demon Finn, not even after he got that huge ass gash in his head from a ladder shot, should he have lost to fucking Edge.
Listen, boys, not to quote the great John Cena here, but I gotta rip a quote from him. Boys, we have to rise above the hate here and cover the whole scheme of things and not just Roman Reigns.
No. Anyway. But speaking of, I mean, he did the job. Just saying.
He did.
Just saying. I mean, it is just such a predicament, man. Like, they're in for it because they'll never be able to create a moment like that. And also, I'm sick and tired of fucking Dwayne. This bald-headed fucking egotistical bitch. This man has the nerve to send something after night one is over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, my little wrestling family. Which you can't even come to your own 25th anniversary when they named the pay-per-view after your ass, and you couldn't even send a tweet. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, oh, the bloodline. Maybe I'll see you guys down the road in person. And then it gives people who believed in Jacob shit like, oh, is The Rock going to show up at WrestleMania? No, he's halfway across the fucking country. He's been ducking his cousin for 3 years.
I mean, the Rock honestly gains nothing for going and fight and have a match with Roman Reigns. Come on now.
Neither did John Cena.
That's true. Yeah.
I think John Cena gained from that. What?
Doing for what? What did he gain?
That shit definitely made his star bigger. Come on now.
Justin,
tying up with The Rock twice.
He was already in DC. You hear John Cena's voice more than you hear The Rock yes. And he was already in Peacemaker, and he was already in Suicide Squad. This was just 2 years ago.
Yeah, we're talking about Rock. We're talking about Roman versus John Cena.
Yeah, we're talking about.
You're thinking of Rock.
I thought you were talking about John Cena and The Rock. I'm like,
no,
what? Come on now.
No.
Okay.
Like Cena didn't have to come wrestle Roman. He did.
Oh well, they ain't the same.
I'm just saying, like this is just ridiculous. Like. If you're not going to be around, don't fucking mention him.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's his family now. Come on.
I don't care. Really, Justin? He didn't come for his own fucking daughter's NXT pay-per-view debut.
Sure did not.
His daughter.
I'm sure you watched it on Peacock.
Bro. This is the same dude who flew to every game for the XFL.
Nigga, his name was on the company. That's money. Come on now.
It's his daughter.
That's money, man. I'm sorry.
Wow, Justin.
It's money, man. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, man. He has problems. Because one, you fucked up the Furious thing because you have beef with Vin Diesel. You fucked up DC because you went behind people's backs because if you're not the hero, you can't do shit. You fucked up WWE because the Jacobs thing, that was the original stuff. They were trying to get Rock, and he's like, no thanks. I'm sick of this family. Fucking sick of them. Besides Solo. It's every fucking one of them.
At least the Usos lost.
They did the job.
They gave us that moment.
They did give us that point. And shout out to the Usos. 622 days as champ. They're probably going to get kicked out of the bloodline. But the fact Roman Reigns said that, if this was baseball, we're only on third base with the bloodline.
The third inning. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck does that mean?
We've been doing
I can't do 6 more innings of this shit. I can't.
I'm just saying. you're going to get to this point where you're just like, who cares during his title matches, which people are already at.
Yeah, I know I am.
And anyone who says Cody had to struggle, blah, blah, bull fucking shit. One of the best ones that Justin always brings up. Justin, when Batista finally got the world title shot, what did he do to Triple H?
Oh, he beat him 3 times in a row after that.
Mm-hmm.
So this struggle shit, get out of here. If it's time, it's time. Can you imagine if Triple H would have won at WrestleMania 21?
Ooh.
Yeah, that would be some shit.
Well, there would only been 1 star.
Exactly.
there would have been 1 star there in the Ruthless Aggression era because Batista wouldn't have been on that level.
Like,
right.
You just gotta do it. You seize the moment. Justin, could you imagine if the NBA was allowed to write like WWE? You know they would put LeBron in the title game every year.
Yeah, but doesn't that already happen like pretty much like every year?
Not recently.
Yeah, not recently.
But they want him to win. Win.
Yeah, he would be like a 10-year champion by now. It was up to the NBA writers.
And WWE has that ability to crown new people. The media and sports always wants to crown someone. When me and Justin did the NFL podcast, every media person was talking about fucking Josh Allen all summer. They wanted him to win MVP so bad, and he fucking didn't. Like, when we did college football, everyone wanted Bryce to repeat. He didn't. WWE has the perfect ability. They could make the moment whenever they want, and they fuck it up.
This goes back to them really not having a competitor. It goes back to that, or just complacency, trying to sell the company for $9 billion. That's what that boils down to. Because you're absolutely right. Like, you're talking about moments where like they're just like in the mode, just like thinking like we gotta create new stars, we gotta make new people out of this, we gotta keep feuds and shit going. Yeah, that was a great point. That's an absolute great point.
I just keep thinking about all the moments that were like, all right, they sacrificed this because so and so is going to beat them. Going back to they sacrificed Drew losing in his home country because someone else is going to beat Roman. We're like, okay. They sacrificed Sami Zayn losing in Montreal, the hottest he's ever fucking been. If he would have won that, this would have been a changing of wrestling history. All right, he's not going to win that because Cody's going to do it at the WrestleMania. They sacrificed Cody losing in WrestleMania. Why the fuck would you even give the title? Why did they even give him a great entrance? You should just let him have a normal ass entrance if he was going to go out there and lose on that spear. So they sacrificed him losing at WrestleMania for who? For Roman to say he got injured playing basketball, so he drops the title at Backlash.
I still think the plan is after 1,000 days, Cody has to be the one at this point. After getting screwed, essentially. I think so.
I mean, everyone else he's placed has gotten screwed because there's always interference. I can't remember the last time Roman beat someone without interference.
It's kind of crazy too how Justin's back on this because Justin, we were at the same spot last year, and you brought up Gabriel Stevenson, and that shit didn't even make the bed.
Hasn't been seen.
I don't know what the fuck happened to him. Like from everything I was seeing, the nigga should have at least been on TV. He's not on TV, so yeah, screw it by me. Not as bad as Jacob though.
It's just who? Arian Cross? No. Braun Breaker? No. AJ Styles? No. Ciampa? No.
I can't even say Brother Randy.
Not without his dad running it. He missed the whole Triple H era.
Damn injury.
I can't believe Vince is back in charge.
That Raw was god awful.
That is
absolutely terrible.
They were doing so good when Triple H was running shit.
Oh, it's bad. Reports are coming out. This is almost like AEW locker room now. Morale is low. They had to have a meeting before. Vince McMahon sent his son-in-law to pasture. Be like, don't worry, guys, we're not going anywhere. And then you have a 3-hour show of like 3 matches, and then it just was terrible. Your first match on the Raw to WrestleMania was Omos
versus Elias.
Your
His
surprise
squash match.
return was Matt fucking Riddle. Come on.
Yeah, they were like, there were no NXT call-ups either.
I thought Braun Breaker was going to be there. I really did.
Same. There were like, I know like some matches got cut. Seth was supposed to have a promo, but his got cut. We actually saw a Twitter video of them actually coming out and telling Seth, like, yeah, your promo was done. Bailey got cut from the card because that's been going around the Twitterverse today that she was supposed to come out with damage control for their #1 contender match, but she got cut from the card last minute. Brock was randomly there. I didn't think I would see him last night, but
yeah, they built it up like, oh, he's gonna wrestle on thing, and what happens? He just kills Cody Rhodes on the Justin's thing. He's like, what the fuck was that?
All we did was just establish Brock Lesnar as a hater. That's all we did. That nigga's mad because he didn't get a title shot. Like,
he can't anymore.
He can't get one. I should have seen that coming, but they could at least give us a match before you turn on him like that. Come on now. That was bad.
Jacob, what were your thoughts on that Raw after WrestleMania? I know you were working, but I'm sure you saw some clips and stuff.
Yeah, I was working for that, but cut all the highlights and it was trash. I mean, it's just that simple. When I seen Brock came out, I was like, oh shit, wasn't expecting this. All right, cool. And but then like I had a thought in my mind. I'm like, remember a couple years ago when Brock came out and fucking thrashed Cena? I wonder if they're about to redo that shit again. And sure as shit,
people were trying to make the comparison.
Yeah, Vince is back. The man is back. That dastardly mustache running shit.
People were trying to make that comparison of when Cena lost to The Rock at WrestleMania 28 and then Lesnar came out and this whole year of redemption. I'm sorry. We all love Cody Rhodes. Ain't no one gonna be okay with him winning 2 straight Royal Rumbles in a row. Ain't no fucking way.
Oh, that's why I gotta be Money in the Bank and rather sooner than later.
Yeah. They are not about to relive this Cena Rock once they ain't doing, because ain't no one gonna believe he gonna beat him at WrestleMania 40. And no one wants Roman Reigns to be champion all the way to WrestleMania 40.
No.
I mean, if they can get that far though, where's 40 at?
Philadelphia. That's the other thing. You don't do the crowning moment in Hollywood, but you think it's gonna happen in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
It might be cold in Philly. April 1st. It might be cold.
Lincoln Financial too.
That should be fucking me up.
Yeah, we talked about possibly getting tickets or trying to get tickets to that. I'm like, nah. It's gonna be outdoors. It's gonna be a big ass tent above the ring. Samoa Joe's gonna be out there in a raincoat.
Oh God. Justin, if it is to your thing, if it is at SummerSlam, I would say for anyone who lives on, where are we, the North? We're the East? Midwest? We're in the Midwest. You got to go to it because it's in Detroit. That's a drive. Yes. If you really believe it's going to be there, you got to go if you're able to, if you're available.
Man, fuck Detroit. And fucking pay me to go to that fucking thing. I don't care if it's SummerSlam or not. Fuck that place.
And I hate giving this fucker credit too, because when he went to shit, Triple H was right about him. But when this went to shit, CM Punk was right about them. It don't matter who the fuck is running this shit. They always resort to old habits and shit don't change when it really matters.
You know what quote I thought about with regards to CM Punk? That quote when he said that the only time anything would change was if Vince was dead. And I'm starting to believe that.
Unfortunately, Byron, people like Vince McMahon don't die.
I know.
He already has Nicholas Khan there, so he already probably gave him some of his Vince blood. So when he dies, he just takes over Nick Khan.
It was supposed to be Triple H.
I don't think Nick Khan's ever going to be a man to like start making creative decisions. Though he just doesn't seem like wired that way.
Oh no, he'll pick someone who follows the script. as they say. But it's bad, bro, because Triple H era, you had sports people who don't even watch wrestling talking about how wrestling is getting better now.
It really was. Like the last 8 or 9 months were just pure bliss for a WWE fan. And for it to be taken away in 2 nights is absolutely insane. Just absolutely insane.
I don't know what you do. Because now you go from that to the Raw to WrestleMania. Obviously, NXT and stuff's going on. You're going to come back with SmackDown. Roman's not going to be on TV for a bit. He's probably not even going to be at the Puerto Rico show unless Bad Bunny really wants him there. But who the fuck do you even have wrestle Roman there? So you're back to the
Cody.
Oh, God, no.
I doubt he makes that show.
No, I don't think so. And like Roman said in his Bleacher Report interview, people want his schedule. They want the part-time, full-time champ schedule.
Probably.
So I don't know, man. That's insane. SummerSlam. We're in April now, so it is a couple months away. It'll be 1,000 days. But this shit gotta end, man. Like they've already pushed this. Like it's gotta end. They're starting to piss the people off.
I mean, they're making so much goddamn money though. Like they probably inside they're probably thinking we don't need to change a goddamn thing. Every quarter, money going up. How's the stock looking, shareholder?
Oh, bro! Ever since Vince came back, I deleted the app. So I'll have to re-download it and let you know until I get my email about an investor meeting.
That shit probably going crazy after the sale too.
Oh, it probably is, and
yeah,
fuck them. I don't care.
It actually went down right after the sale, but that always happens after a merger.
True. Yeah,
that and Endeavor stock went down, but it'll bounce right back up.
So we'll see, man. I mean, I just also think with the way that they do the social media, all of that, and the way wrestling, people crossing over, they were in a good spot, but now it's just like, dude, you need a new champ. You're running out of competitors. And it's not even just on his front. I mean, I've been with Bianca Belair since NXT. I was one who said she should have won the Rumble, yada, yada, yada. She's getting to a point, too, outside of Charlotte, she also is about to have no one left.
Yeah, she needs to drop the title soon, too. Like I said on our WrestleMania preview that she'd win at WrestleMania, but she'd lose it before SummerSlam. But I just don't know who she would lose it to.
And Justin, I gotta give you, I know because you almost are like a fucking Yankees, like Laker person because you like this woman too. But I gotta say it. Right now, I know that obviously big match, John in his prime, blah, blah, blah. Charlotte is the best big match performer in wrestling right now.
Oh my God.
I don't think it's close.
I mean every single time. It is always a fire performance. You know, if Charlotte's on that card with damn near anyone, it's going to be good. Because shit, that should have been the main. Well, it shouldn't. It shouldn't have because the emotions there in that tag team match were unmatched. So it definitely should have been last. But shit, it could have made it night 2, and we could have got our happy 2 nights.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Obviously, I mean, her winning the times. Well, at least I know she'll drop them, but then she'll get them back. But when it comes to big matches, there's no one better than her on the planet, boy or girl.
Yeah, we all know I'm like not the biggest Charlotte fan, but I do have to give her credit for that WrestleMania 39 match with Rhea Ripley. That was,
I mean, she was taking bumps on her face the whole damn match. Yes. On her face.
Yeah, that one. I don't know if it was a botch or if it was planned, but that one where she's taking a suplex and landed on her face looked brutal. I thought she might have had a concussion, but she finished the match. Rhea won. Right person won.
Pat McAfee came back. I bet that was Jacob's moment of the night.
It certainly wasn't the fucking Charlotte match because, unlike all y'all, I thought that match was fucking boring. And I thought the right person won. I thought that match fucking sucked.
That was my favorite match of the whole weekend. I'm not even gonna lie. Like
that match was trash.
Not to me. I mean,
that was fucking boring as shit. But shout out to Rhea for winning. But Pat coming back was cool. I didn't see it coming because I thought he was out.
Mm-hmm.
The worst thing about WrestleMania is we had fucking Pat McAfee and Shane McMahon and Snoop Dogg have a match, but not the almighty Bobby Lashley.
Talk to him.
What the fuck are we doing?
Talk to him.
I don't understand. That's what made me the hottest about WrestleMania.
Yep, talk
this
to
nigga
him.
been lobbying for a match for months. No Bray. Mm-hmm. Why couldn't we made that match? What happened?
Talk to
what
him.
happened to that?
Well, Bray got injured. I will give Bray that, but they really could have had.
He couldn't find a replacement for Bobby Lashley. We couldn't have done Brock and Bobby at Mania.
Talk to him, Justin.
What we were already building towards at the Royal Rumble. Just
talk to him.
That's dumb. Just ridiculous.
I don't understand how you're in LA and you don't. This person's on. I don't know how you don't have LA Knight on the card.
Exactly.
You could have did LA Knight versus Bobby.
Yep, I was just about to say that. That would have been a great match.
That would have been
the crowd is
easy.
Yep. Crowd is both behind both of them. Ooh, I don't think the crowd would have been mad if either of them won, but to have them not on the card is insane.
Criminal.
Just insane.
Speaking of the Bray thing, is Bray going to come back even if he's hurt? Is he going to come back with Vince running creative again? Why would anyone want to come back?
Well, yeah. Also, my fear is that a lot of people, if Vince is truly in creative, a lot of people are probably going to be let go.
We're going to become L7C roster updates again soon.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. I don't know. I don't know what they do. I know AEW. I know Tony. I know Khan was sitting at his private jet having a ball.
Oh, he was popping balls after that shit.
I know. The only thing that could fuck their momentum is on Wednesday they say CM Punk is back.
They ain't gonna do that. Punk is done. Blackball from the industry. That nigga he tested out here, man. He ain't getting in their job in this bitch.
But FTR loves that man.
So the fuck what? So the fuck what? Y'all niggas got all the best. Y'all ain't needle movers. Y'all got enough clout to bring CM Punk back.
I mean, they're one of the greatest tag teams in the last 5 or 6 years.
Man, are they needle movers though? They needle movers.
Man is breaking up the Roman Reigns needle moving line.
He was moving the needle. I'm sorry.
I don't disagree. It's
just, I can't disagree with that either. It's just
he moves the needle, man. I mean, he's still got there's still shit with the bloodline that needs to be resolved. There's still that.
Yeah, but he doesn't need a title for it to be resolved.
I was getting ready to say, I don't think he needs a title. But did they both need to lose them both? The bloodline need to implode at WrestleMania.
I mean, that'd be a hell of a lot more entertaining drama.
Yeah, to see what Roman Reigns does without the title since he's had it for almost the last 3 years. Like, what does he do now?
He would just on vacation probably, but still, I don't know.
I mean,
won't know for a while now.
Also, you got to get Snoop Dogg a separate section at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, the way him and Miz called that audible after Shane blew his ACL was perfect.
I ain't even gonna give Snoop Dogg credit for that because if Bobby Lashley had a match, we wouldn't even have time for that. We would not have had time for Shane McMahon to blow his quad in front of 70,000 people. And that's 2 years in a row because Rick Boots tore his shit too.
That
shit tough to watch.
I don't disagree. And you give Bobby Lashley the consolation prize of winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Tournament, which no winner absolutely does anything for.
You know what I thought about? I actually thought about this last night. Whoever wins the Andre Battle Royal statue, they should get the main event at SummerSlam.
We need to make it mean something.
Right, because right now it doesn't mean shit.
I don't think we need real stakes like that.
Why not?
But that's just like shoehorn shit for SummerSlam 3 months in advance. Like I don't think
they do it for the Royal Rumble.
It's okay. Roman's gonna lose the titles in fucking Kuwait, in Saudi Arabia, when it's King of the Ring, because they want the Saudis to get the damn have Roman lose it there, so we're all asleep when it happens.
They're gonna pay for it.
Probably.
They're going bribe Endeavor WWE now for it.
Probably, man. I mean, I don't know what we're doing, man. I was really sitting here. I was like, all right, everyone's getting put over who should be theories. But then Damage Control losing, that actually kind of pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie.
First of all, that match sucked. we talk about matches that were not good. Lita should not come back. I am sorry. Watching her move to compare how Trish Stratus moved, like Lita had no business coming back at all. I'm sorry.
Dude, Lita looked like Jeff Hardy at that TNA pay-per-view where he was
bro,
like,
that's what I'm saying, Jacob.
No.
Like she,
God damn.
You think she wasn't motivated?
No, I just think she just didn't have it. Honestly, like that's what I think.
Yeah, she got the title.
Yeah, I know that don't make no fucking sense to me either at all.
It doesn't.
I don't know. You know, the anger is just all fresh. I even just forgot Ronda Rousey was in there for 2 seconds, made someone tap, and that was it.
That match was
terrible.
That match was terrible. Only, how do I want to word this? Ronda Rousey fucking sucks. There's no way she should wrestle the whole match. Not the whole match, but more than 2 fucking minutes just to get in the ring and make someone tap. Like,
Justin, remember last year when you guaranteed
booking.
us that Ronda was going to win after winning the Rumble and she lost?
Oh, that was stupid. And then win the next fucking month. At the next damn pay-per-view. I swear to God, they did that shit with Cody.
And it was on night 2.
I swear to God, they did that shit with Cody. We canceling Peacock. Canceling it.
Oh.
Still hate that damn app. First of all, fuck Peacock for if you don't have their like fucking premium service now. Watching WrestleMania suck. You ain't got to see no fucking promos except for the big matches. That shit was dumb.
Oh, okay. That's good for the people who just listen. They don't know. I
don't know. I have the premium Peacock, and there was like 8 billion commercials.
Jesus,
bro. No, it will say like, we're about to show you how we got here if you have Peacock Premium, and then boom, I'll say commercials, and then next thing I know, they come out to the ring.
Wow! God damn, holy shit! Really? That's
yes,
insane.
yes. Like on night 1, they only show promos for the main event.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think they did for the Rhea Charlotte match for real. I think they did the commercial thing for that shit too. I think they only show 1 promo night 1.
Wow.
I'll throw you an extra $5 for like big premium live events there, buddy, if you need it.
No, it's not that big a deal. It's just I just hate Peacock. I try to watch old shit on there. You try to fast forward to the matches you don't want. I just miss WWE Network. That's what it boils down to. That's what this boils down to.
Same. WWE Network was amazing. Like this.
So just real quickly, obviously, like Saf Street leading them, Ray whipping. Only in wrestling can you have a dad pull out his belt and start whipping his son's ass in the ring, and everyone is cheering. Only in wrestling.
Rhea, talk about Dom's entrance though.
Fuck no.
That was pure comedy, bro. Don't take it too serious. That shit was hilarious.
It was hilarious.
Fine. It was fine. It was hilarious. I do like Dominic Mysterio now for the fact that he does keep kayfabe. Like he walked out of his dad's Hall of Fame speech.
Yeah, that was good.
Rhea, Pat, Sammy, and Kevin. For people who don't know, this is Kevin Owens' second straight night main eventing night 1. And obviously Kevin was a person who a couple years ago Didn't know if he was going to be around that longer, but he main evented night 1 2 years in a row. You main evented a Stone Cold's return match, and then you ended the Usos' reign. So, company thinks highly of Kevin.
Yeah, he's a Grand Slam champion now.
Did anyone almost cry? Get moved to a tier?
I almost shed a real nigga tear. I ain't gonna lie. I almost did. I didn't. I almost did.
Jacob?
No, I didn't shed a tear. I was happy about it, but I shed a tear for that one.
Then you had Brock. He beat Omos. Then you had the Ronda. I'm scared of Vince being back because I don't know if Vince is going to see Gunter the same way Triple H does.
Yeah, it might be OV for Gunther as champ.
Because I think Gunter, I think him and Sheamus's match was probably the best match I've seen that year.
Clash of the Castle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that match was good. I mean, the triple threat at for the IC title was good at WrestleMania too. That was a hard hitting match.
Have you guys seen that Drew hasn't signed a new contract yet?
I saw that.
That's kind of scary.
But it also came out on April Fool's, so I don't know how
that's true
it was.
I don't know. I get real John Mox, Dean Ambrose vibes with Drew McIntyre when I see him these days. I'm not gonna lie. He might have a foot out the door.
I mean,
they ain't really doing shit with him.
I mean, they've listened to Jacob say it, right guy, wrong time.
Yeah.
Could you imagine just being there, knowing you could have been the one, knowing you carried this company during COVID and you really don't get shit back for it?
Yeah. That has like weighing your conscience after a while.
Thunderdome, he was carrying this shit.
Yep.
Just to be like, all right, you got to drop this title and you're never getting you'll get one real title shot, you'll lose, and you're never coming back to it ever again, as long as Roman's champ. And Jacob said, right guy, wrong, which now I'm starting to think it's for a lot of people. Bianca and Asuka. Asuka dropped to 0-5 at WrestleMania, which is mind-boggling. Why would you? I'm starting to get to a point like, why would she want to stay if you're not going to give her one fucking win at WrestleMania?
She did have a tweet that said, maybe I'll go back to Japan. Just saying.
Demon Finn Balor has lost his last 2 matches as the Demon, dude was almost invincible.
Yeah, it's fucking trash.
I feel like that match, that was the one that really was like pushing me, and then the Roman thing pushed me over because they didn't. The fact they were back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Shouts to the crowd though, because they were up for that Roman Cody match still after seeing Demon Finn lose. Like that crowd was live though for that match.
No, I just
all thought Cody was about to win.
Demon Balor was a person I thought could have beat Roman because supernatural stuff, but then.
Mm-hmm. And a fucking random ring rope broke.
I just don't understand it, man, because like you said, Edge said he wants to put these people over, but who's going to believe in Finn now?
I mean, that is just Edge. That's Edge's whole goddamn career. He wins matches that he has no business winning all the goddamn time. I still can't get over the fact that WrestleMania 24, Undertaker wins the title, and Edge catches it on him a month later.
Yeah.
Edge been doing that shit. Love him, but I think will stay winning some matches. He has no business winning.
The 3 longest matches on both nights, Roman and Cody was 34 minutes. Sammy, Kevin, 24 minutes. And Rhea Charlotte, 23 minutes.
Nice.
Shortest match on the card, besides the Snoop Dogg stuff and that jazz real match. Omos Brock Lesnar, under 5 minutes.
Not surprised.
I did not even watch that match.
Yeah, that was To be expected.
And now Brock Lesnar is heel. I do realistically. So is it, Justin? I know you've already said the Cody thing, but is it really going to be Cody and Roman SummerSlam? Or are we getting Cody and Brock?
That's probably where they're honestly going. After night 2, I was thinking it was going to be Roman and Cody at the Great American Bash, and they just brought up, Dusty, all that shit. But after Brock Lesnar absolutely killed that man off, we might not see Cody for a few months for real. You think he might be hurt again?
No, I don't think he's hurt.
I mean, he does sell very dramatically, so
he does.
I mean, I'm just going to ask everyone if the main event of some, because I don't know if Roman's going to wrestle like for a while, but if he doesn't, the main event is Cody and Brock. Does Cody win?
He should.
Cody has Jacob, to win. Cody has to win.
Yeah, he should. There's no reason for him to lose, but that dastardly mustache is back in charge. So,
and he loves Brock.
Does like his big sweaty man.
Justin,
I'm going to go on record saying Cody wins the match.
If
Cody
it happens.
Wins. If it happens, Cody wins. Whenever the match happens, unless they're going to drag it out, if it's a one-off, Cody wins.
Byron.
Knowing Vince, Brock is probably going to win, so they can have this baby face, has to go through adversity before he wins through the championship bullshit. Cody should win. There's no way Cody should lose 2 back-to-back big pay-per-view matches like that. Because if he loses against Brock, that will kill all his momentum.
What do you think of the card of if they do double main event, him versus Cody, and then the title match if it does happen? Roman versus Seth.
I would actually be if.
Does Seth have what percentage would you give him?
With Vince in charge? 1%.
Okay. Jacob.
What?
What percent would you give Seth beating Roman at SummerSlam this year?
Ooh, I'd give it a strong 42.5%.
That's not bad. Justin, that is your guy. You've been with this dude since day one.
We got to see how this man's book.
Mm-hmm.
We honestly got to see how this man's book. Right now, I'll say about 35-40%, but it could be a strong 50 if it's done correctly.
All right, well, fair enough. We're in a new season. I mean, for people who watch wrestling, they know that Raw after WrestleMania starts literally a new season of wrestling in the WWE. And it's all about gearing to that Super Bowl again of WrestleMania. It gets as much publicity as ever. I mean, you're announcing matches on First Take now. This is where we're at.
They really do.
I mean, they have the eyeballs. They have the sponsors. They gotta deliver.
You got a new business partner.
You got a new business partner. You got to deliver those moments for the fans for it to be rewarding.
Yeah, because right now, fan morale and wrestler morale is super low.
I just can't believe when I saw the stats of that Raw after WrestleMania being one of the lowest rated one of the lowest rated shows in history.
I also saw a tweet that said it was one of the most watched as well.
Well,
probably because they're gonna figure out what the fuck is Triple H's one big announcement, which was just announcing the sale and thanking the fans, and then 2 to see what Cody and Roman were going to do.
Crazy. Total combined attendance 2 nights of WrestleMania 161,892. But as Justin always says, we don't know if that number is real.
Oh, they're lying.
That is very true.
For each of you guys, what would be the message you would tell the fans in regards to keeping hope during this? If they're a big WWE fan, like what message would you give as we close? Because people are mad. Like let's just call it. People are mad.
Unless I'll tell them right now. Unless y'all niggas really plan on boycotting, quit bitching because you're gonna watch next week.
Fair enough. Justin, are you gonna boycott next week if it's trash?
Yes, I will.
Byron.
I don't know what you tell fans. Honestly, I think in order to get both fan morale and wrestling morale up, you got to get Vince out of creative. There's no way Vince should be in creative after last 8 months we had. And I think Vince has a Twitter. I know Triple H does. Like, if you literally just search WWE, you can see all this fan backlash for the last 2 nights. I don't know if you want that image out there now that you just sold the company for $9.3 billion. So I think you have to have Vince out of creative, because that's what he said, and literally on national TV. Oh, I'm going to be in creative at a higher level. I'm not going to be in Gorilla anymore. And then you have all these reports come out that, oh yeah, Vince was in Gorilla last night. So I think that's a bad image. So they got to correct that. I think that's the only way to get fan and wrestling morale up.
Jacob.
I mean, I think we go through this almost every year. People claiming, "Hey, we're boycotting. Hey, ban WWE. Fucking fuck Vince. Whatever. Fire Vince. Whatever it is." I think we go through this every year. It's just a cycle of wrestling. We have a new company that now owns WWE. Let's see what happens. I mean, it's just that simple. I mean, it's either going to go back to WWE being a laughing stock, or it's going to be a WWE roster updates I hear on the L7C. But I mean, like, you're not going to stop watching. You're not going to stop seeing your highlights. You're still going to see all the shit. Like, you're in it. It's wrestling. If you don't like it, there's a million other fucking companies out there to watch. Trust me, WWE is not going to fucking sweat it if 50,000 people quit fucking watching. They're going to be just fine regardless. It is what it is. It's cycles. We go through this. It is what it is.
Man,
Or acknowledge your tribal chief.
You ain't wrong.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
That was so logical and level-headed.
The cycle thing reminded me of that cycle of, like, you see those pictures during NFL cycles of being like a Browns fan or like a Cowboys fan. Like, you go through that same.
Yeah,
we're here.
We're here. We don't know where it's kind of going from here, but it's fine. Someone's got to be level-headed during this podcast. Everyone's just been bitching the whole time.
But that's what makes it fun.
I thought I was going to be the voice of reason, but y'all niggas were right. That was bullshit.
Yeah. So I think with everyone having their, especially the past couple of days, because anytime you go on Twitter, you just keep seeing worse and worse. Like, Justin, I'm going to get you really mad. Apparently, there was supposed to be a LA Knight Bobby Lashley segment, and it got scrapped.
Well, of course it did. Of course it fucking did. What the fuck going on? I swear to God.
But I also think with wrestling and stuff, it's like wrestling, it's a unique thing. Obviously, sports entertainment, there's the athletic stuff and the storytelling stuff. If you're not passionate, I mean, Vince wins either way. That's the hard part. Because if you're passionate about it, you're going to watch. And if it's not going your way, you're going to bitch and all that stuff. But then again, you're talking about it. That's good exposure for Vince. Vince doesn't care as long as people are talking about the product and it's not being talked about. He wins either way. So he wins either way, but it also shows how many people do care about wrestling. Because there are millions of people just sitting there like, where are we going from here? What's going on? All that. So it shows that wrestling is in a very good place. And Cody is beloved between all promotions because all promotions wrestlers were pulling for him. My favorite tweet was Peyton Royce, aka now Cassie Lee, with the eye emoji, basically doing the "Yo brother, what are we doing?" Because if you do remember, she got canned when her mom tweeted that other women should get an opportunity instead of Charlotte. So, but we'll see what happens. Maybe next Monday we have, I don't know when Brock Lesnar's coming back, but we have some more explanation on what's going on. MJF has MJF Day on Wednesday, so it'll be passed by the time you listen to this. There's Tony Khan's having a big announcement on AEW. Can't wait to hear it. And with that being said, this is the L7C podcast. I guess we gotta say it, the countdown to 1,000 is on the way.
That just hurt.
I'm buying a t-shirt.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.